What up? Now what up? I what upped a little too early. I what before the upped.
Sorry for my
They just came in on some
sorry for my ASMR.
I'm like, what up? What?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Andrea, cut this.
No, keep this. They need to know the state of confusion we started.
Yeah.
But ain't shit been going on. Bro, I'm supposed to, I have to make a decision to go to Memphis. Last night, I was supposed to make a decision and call my family and then say, hey, you come see your cousins. I know they're not going to see this because my cousins don't support me like they should.
Damn.
Which is why I'm not going to Memphis.
Hell yeah.
If they called me out on this,
you should continue distancing yourself from them
my family
and estranging your family.
I like to be alone. No, let me not. No.
Oh, you want me to come to the funeral? Subscribe to my Patreon, $5 a month.
Sorry, granddad. Where were you when I No, actually, I didn't go to my granddad's funeral because of COVID, because of fucking Dr. Fauci.
I remember, yeah, that was sad.
That was, yeah, it was. Yeah, I was like, damn, that's fucked up. Guess I'll play PlayStation.
Yeah.
R.I.P. granddad. That shit was fucked up. Actually, my dad told me about it. He was like, we all had to socially distance. It was the weirdest funeral I've ever been to in my life. I was like, damn that's
brutal, actually. That's actually a funeral where you're not allowed to comfort each other.
Yeah. I was like, and that was your dad? Damn.
Yeah. Or else it'll be another funeral
yeah.
next week.
I know. That shit is great. And I was like, well, I'm good. Well, thanks for telling me that. I'm glad the funeral sucked. I'm glad I didn't go. But no, now I'm supposed to go. I actually haven't been to Memphis since my dad died. And that's why everybody's like, you should come. You should come. My brother's like, we should go. I'm sad and depressed. I'm like, nigga.
You should support your
You
brother.
don't get over that shit, nigga.
What?
Boo-hoo. Niggas die every day, nigga. Dads die, nigga. All right? That should be pissing me off when I see.
But your dad only dies once.
He did. That'd be crazy if he. Oh my god! Again? The second time
I'm not going again. I'm not going again.
Second time I would be mad. This nigga stay down here. This nigga won't. Nigga, stay alive. Damn, nigga.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna go. I gotta and I have to pick up the reins for my little sister, who also.
So wait, have you said what's happening in Memphis?
Nothing is happening there.
Okay, they just want a family get together.
Yeah,
they just miss you. They want to see you.
Yeah.
Damn, bro, go to Memphis.
But ain't shit to do in Memphis.
It's got to be.
I mean, my family. I love y'all.
Oh yes, yes. Yeah. The nightlife of having long conversations with my family.
So exciting!
Yeah,
I can't wait. No, actually, me and my cousins, we all have a great time. When I go to Memphis, we do have a great time. It is fun. It's just they don't like the length of time I want to be there. Like I'm be there Friday, and then I'm catching my flight Saturday. And they're like, you don't want to stay a weekend?
Yeah, I agree with them.
No.
And Memphis, I've never been to Memphis, but it is a major city. Like I can't imagine that it's just completely boring.
It is not boring, but it's not. No, it's not New York in the sense that it's definitely not boring. Look, you're talking.
If it's not New York, what is the comparison?
Scary.
Okay, it's like Amityville.
Memphis is all the white. You know how Fox News talks about New York.
Okay.
It's chaos. It's mayhem.
So the way they talk about Chicago is racist. But if they said that about Memphis,
they'd be spot on accurate. Pooh Shiesty. Just look at the rappers.
Yeah.
Pooh Shiesty robbed Gucci Man. That's like a nigga. That's like a fish taking out. That's like a barracuda taking out a shark. It's like I don't even know. Like it's whale on whale, killer whale on killer whale.
I watched a TikTok about what happened after Young Dolph was killed.
Oh,
and
it was mayhem.
It was like the last episodes of Sopranos.
Yeah, it was. It was actual mayhem.
The main characters are dying.
Everybody. It was like it rained. It like blood and death. Bless you. For like 30 days. Black Youngster didn't come out till yesterday. That was like 2 years ago. There's a rapper named Black Youngster from Memphis. You can see he was part of the Young Dolph beef and shit, and it got so bad that nigga did not make his first TikTok until yesterday. And now I'm dead ass serious.
Okay, but there's a lot of reasons to not make TikToks.
I am also. I don't want to paint Memphis in such a negative.
I was about to say, aren't we
Memphis,
supposed to be like a leftist podcast? Shouldn't we have something to say about the structure and history of the United States? Blah blah blah.
You leftist in the sense of like Brooklyn white girl leftist. I'm leftist in the sense of I'm still a nigga. I'm still look. These niggas be wildin', dog. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Some of these niggas need to go. No.
Yes, and me as the Williamsburg white girl leftist would
be
like, hey, don't say that word about yourself.
Some of you niggers can stay. No, I'm just kidding.
Get that shit away from me, bro.
I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
Get that out of here.
I'm sorry.
Don't even. Some people are watching this not on video, just on audio. That is not enough. Deniability for me. You putting those words in my mouth.
My God. I'm sorry. All right, let me get out of joke world and get out. Listen, Memphis is a lovely city. I love it.
Thank you.
One of my favorite things is
I bet it's great.
Literally grew up there. Was I the most depressed I've ever been in my life? Yes.
Yes. You can't blame Memphis on that.
I can't. It was socioeconomic circumstances.
Hey, you're just a kid. Being a kid is depressing.
But I can't wait to go to Memphis and go see the data centers and the big hotel.
Yeah.
Go see the ghost of my father. Go there with boom.
That sounds awesome.
Go in there with a ghost crew, try to catch him.
Yeah.
I got alcohol.
Yeah. All the ghost hunters are like, the data centers are not allowing the ghosts to survive.
I can't hear shit.
All the ghosts have gone to Nashville because the data centers.
So loud. They've displaced the ghost.
Ash's dad is nowhere to be found.
Yeah, I'll go do that and go see the giant Bass Pro Pyramid.
Yeah, see, there you go.
It is actually, I've been there plenty of times. It is jarring each and every time that they made a giant pyramid for a Bass Pro Shop.
What else? Give me one more thing about Memphis.
Okay, let me I love Memphis because I gotta say, I have my families there. I love all my cousins. I literally grew up there.
You are from Memphis. I don't want to be half of a podcast where we just shit on Memphis.
No,
I'm
from Memphis. That's why I feel comfortable. I mean, I'm from Houston. I'm from Memphis. Memphis. What do I love about it? Oh man, the grandmas there are awesome. They got great grandmas over there.
Ashton's in PR mode.
The cousins. Oh my God. Have you seen? I remember one time I was in junior year in high school, and in the middle of the day, a school-wide brawl broke out.
I knew this story wasn't going to help, but keep going.
Something good.
Yeah, it's okay. Keep going.
I got to go home that day in the middle of the day.
Oh.
That was good.
Yeah, okay. You're just describing 9/11. That's what 9/11 was for everyone.
Let me see. That was fun.
Okay, what about Memphis barbecue?
Ooh, all right.
Okay, I shouldn't ask because you're from Houston.
Yeah, that's my. Come on,
Is
man.
Is it good?
Hell, fucking yes,
all right,
good.
There we go. Shout out Memphis.
Oh my God,
barbecue.
Memphis barbecue, Memphis bullets. All. I'm just kidding. I'm so sorry.
Well,
the music, Bill Street is awesome. Even though it's racist as hell, it's still fucking awesome. I used to go there as a kid and get kicked off trying to sneak on, and then it got like. Now I get kicked off because I never have my ID, and that's just a me thing. That's just like I just can't keep it.
Yeah,
kind of like holding my wallet.
Yeah,
and so
Memphis would be acquitted for that.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, that has nothing to do with it. But Bill Street, if you ever, like you said, the barbecue, the fucking music. Everybody's like Nashville. Memphis fucking music is incredible. It's just genuinely you go hear live music and you hear that good soul rustic grit. It just feels, and it's
Memphis blues.
Yeah, it's Nashville without the bridesmaid vibe.
Sounds awesome.
It is awesome. It is awesome. I just grew up in hell.
Yes, and look, whatever hell you're describing, that I'm sure is real. Like I don't want to invalidate your narrative, Ashton. I would never do that. I'm just saying, whatever those demons are, they've given us great demonic rap music.
Yeah,
which is awesome.
Get it back in blood. He did. He did.
3-6 Mafia.
Pooh Shiesty. Memphis built a nigga who went and robbed his own CEO, gangster CEO, and on camera. He did it on camera. And then with an AK-47, robbed him and said, now look at the camera and say I didn't do this shit. Real niggas don't snitch. He said that. He pointed towards the camera. They like 3 niggas masked up with AK. He go, real nigga, don't snitch. Look at the camera and say, you win. Gucci Man was like, you win, nigga, damn.
Gucci's like, this isn't gonna hold up. You know what? Fine, I'll do it.
He literally was like, all right, nigga, damn, all right. You're free. It's such insane. It's so
insane. She looks at the camera. Case closed.
As you can see, we did everything by the books. Everything on the up and up. And that's why I love Memphis.
All right. That's good. I'm glad we were able to have this full conversation with a happy ending.
I gotta go to therapy because I love Memphis. I gotta stop speaking. It's a thing I do.
And go see your fucking family, bro.
Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah. Therapy, then family.
Good.
Maybe therapy, no family. Family, no therapy.
Maybe podcast, no therapy. Yes. Podcast replaces therapy. Yes. Family, always there for you.
You know who the real family here is now? The audience.
Yeah.
You guys are
we love you. You subscribe. That's $5 a month. Yeah. That's what love is. They say you can't put a price on love. What about $5 a month?
You know what the comments say? You know what my Memphis is? The Patreon. And that's where I'll see you.
Yes.
All right. If you want to, that's the real Memphis in my heart. And I'll be going there after this podcast. And you can go there too for $5 a month.
Hell yeah. Let's start the show. All right, folks. Welcome to our podcast about the police. Here in America, we cover the news. What did the cops do this week? Well, this is our headline roundup of the week, starting with cop in Bel Air, Maryland, fatally shoots a man who was running away. R.I.P. Francisco Aparicio Munoz.
Cops in Rochester, New York, fatally shoot a suicidal and deaf man as he was naked in the bathroom. R.I.P. Gregory Kase.
Cops in San Francisco, California, fatally shoot a man inside his own home. His family says he posed no risk of harm to the police. R.I.P. Juan Osornio.
Cops in St. Louis are on body camera yelling conflicting commands at a car full of teenagers and then shooting in the car 11 times, injuring 3.
Police chief in Arcoma, Oklahoma, who is charged with lewd acts towards a child, is allowed to leave jail in order to attend his son's graduation.
Cop in Lecanto, Florida, is arrested after grabbing a Target employee by the neck and making sexual comments towards her.
Cop in Lower Alloways Creek, New Jersey, is charged with endangering the welfare of a child after secretly filming them showering.
Cop in training in Richland County, South Carolina, is arrested for sexually abusing a 5-year-old.
School cop in Scranton, Pennsylvania, is convicted of raping many students over the course of a decade.
Cop in LA is arrested for kidnapping and rape.
Jail cop in Seneca County, New York, is arrested for forcibly touching inmates.
Cop in Fort Smith, Arkansas, is arrested for possession of child sex abuse material.
Cop in Milledgeville, Georgia, is on video brutally beating an unhoused man.
ICE agent in Covington, Louisiana, is arrested for breaking into his ex-girlfriend's home. 2
cops in Phoenix conducted an unreported traffic stop where they beat, tased, and held a couple at gunpoint.
Cop in Huntsville, Alabama, is arrested for domestic violence.
Cop in Chicago is arrested for domestic violence.
Cop in Waterloo, Idaho, shoots a dog.
Cops in L.A. shoot a dog.
Cop in Albany, New York, loses police dog, which was eventually found dead.
Cop in Charlottesville, Virginia, leaves his police dog in his car, where it is found dead.
Cops in Princeton, Texas, let a dog out while executing a warrant, and the dog was hit by a car and killed.
Cop in Lufkin, Texas, is arrested for misusing flock cameras.
Cop in Sarasota County, Florida, is arrested for misusing flock cameras.
Cop in Stowe, Massachusetts, is placed on leave after being caught using flock cameras to stalk someone.
Cop in Kenosha, Wisconsin, is charged with misusing flock cameras to stalk his ex-girlfriend.
A fourth cop in Cherokee County, Georgia, is arrested for misusing flock cameras to stalk someone.
Cop in Menasha, Wisconsin, is convicted of misusing flock cameras to stalk somebody.
Cop in Polk County, Florida, is arrested for searching his ex-wife on flock 717 times.
Whew. Cops in Houston Police Department, for some reason, searched a tiny town in Ohio's flock cameras over 900,000 times in the span of 1 month.
And 911 dispatcher in Highland Heights, Ohio, resigned after they're caught using flock to search license plates thousands of times each, like individual license plates, thousands of times each, with over 20,000 flock searches total.
It should cost to use flock. It should literally, you should. What is happening?
You should go back to the old Verizon days when we had to pay per message.
What? 20,000? Now that's 900,000 times. What's happening in Ohio?
I don't know what is going on. You have to explain that.
There's no way you guys.
We don't have an explanation yet. But what's happening? We talked about it a little bit last episode last week, where there's sort of a snowball effect happening here with the reporting of all these stories. Because now that this has breached the mainstream, people are auditing flock. We can look it up.
And see,
we as citizens and journalists, varying state to state, have the ability to FOIA, these departments. And, to the department's credits, like the chiefs themselves are like, they want to know what the fuck their officers are into. So in Ohio, this tiny town in Ohio, it's like, a few 100,000 people. Their police department, they were looking who was searching their flock cameras. And they were like, why is the number one department searching our flock cameras HPD in Houston?
That is so strange.
And there's no answer yet.
Houston, I love Houston because we are a weird city. We got a lot of weird out of town shit going on. Like there's the community college in Houston. Oh no, not
HCC.
No, not HCC. My I don't know why I said the community college. My fucking college, University.
Bro, come on, believe in yourself, bro. You went to U of H. You went to University of Houston.
I guess I don't know why that fucking threw me off. Anyway, my own college, my own university, has a Qatari division. Why the fuck is there a University of Houston Qatari?
What the hell?
Exactly.
But look, that's not that crazy.
But I'm just like, why
international exchange.
We just got too much, nigga.
It happens.
Stay home. Why we in Ohio? Why we in Qatar?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
We
Ashton's a diehard Houston isolationist.
Build a wall around Houston.
Yeah. To keep the Mexicans in.
Yes.
We don't want we want to keep our Mexicans in. And everyone in. You're not allowed. Well, I love Houston so much. No one's allowed to leave.
Please. Everybody stay still.
All right. Ashton's just inventing the Gaza Strip in Houston.
I would like an open air. What I'm suggesting is simply at control of the water, air.
Yeah, I just love the city. No one's allowed to leave or enter without my knowledge and permission.
And yes, I will be. Never, I'm not going to.
Yeah, I know. Let's stop. Let's stop the
I'm
metaphor.
done with the metaphor here. And
yes. God damn. Can't even.
But
crazy amount of headlines. Unfortunately for the listeners, our headline roundup section is gonna keep getting longer and longer with these flock hits I keep getting on my Google alerts. I do want to briefly touch on one of the stories, it's eyebrow raising stories. We read up top. Where is it? Here we go. Cops in Rochester, New York, fatally shoot a suicidal and deaf man as he was naked in the bathroom. This is Gregory Kase. This is Rochester, New York, not far from
where we are,
New York City. Yes. So this is a crazy story.
That's insane.
Yes.
Literally every word of that sentence reads just like negligence. What?
Yes. So here's what happened. And we have body camera footage. It's as bad as it sounds. But what had happened was there was a couple staying at this motel, and the man, one, is labeled as, quote unquote, profoundly hearing impaired. So he's completely deaf in one ear, and he's mostly deaf in the other ear. he is texting his wife. His wife's not at the motel, but he's texting her that he is killing himself, and he's has cut himself multiple times with a box cutter. And so she calls 911 and tells them this. And also, this gets important, tells him, now this is one point, everything I've said is not disputed. What is disputed right now is that she claims that in the 911 call, she said that he is deaf. Now, the city is claiming she has not said that. That is the one disputed issue.
Don't they record the 911 calls?
They do. So they haven't released it yet.
Okay.
But as you'll see, this one minor dispute, this one dispute is minor once you see all these other details that are not disputed. So we got the body camera footage. And again, the cops know that a man has a knife and he's using it to kill himself. And so the body camera footage, you see the cops, guns already drawn, and they open up the door of the motel room. It was unlocked. And they start yelling his name, and he responds to his name. He's like, what? But then once they start saying, drop the knife, he can't hear them anymore. And this is very important. He explicitly says, I can't hear you. That's on the body cam, that he is telling them, letting them know, I cannot hear what you're saying right now. And what they are telling him is, drop the knife. So the cop keeps screaming. The door to the bathroom opens up a little bit more. There is a 60-year-old naked man covered in blood holding a knife. And they immediately all start shooting and kill him. Again, for seemingly disobeying an order that he told them he cannot hear. This has just happened over the weekend. So far, all the typical shit. Cops are placed on administrative leave. Investigation is ongoing. No charges have been filed. But, of course, the family, they are getting together a wrongful death lawsuit.
If he's texting his wife that he's going to kill himself, he's like, he's reaching out, like almost being like, help me, nigga. I'm about to kill him. I'm cutting my, there's an argument to be made, like, if you go kill yourself, you can kill yourself. But if he's like texting his wife, that's part of like a cry for like actual help. And so, and she literally reached out. She's like, can you go help my husband? He's like harming himself. She did like the actual right thing. And then they came in and killed him.
Yeah, it's either going to be...
like, what the fuck was she supposed to do?
It's either going to be a cry for help, or he's genuinely trying to end his life.
Yes. Either
Either way, nothing that's an immediate threat to the police.
Sure, yes.
So whether or not... again, the one disputed thing is whether she said on the 911 call that he's deaf. What is not disputed is that she did communicate that he's suicidal. So the cops are coming in knowing there's a man trying to harm himself. And then he tells them that you could hear over the body camera that he cannot hear them. And again, the door swings open. It's a naked old man covered in blood. Like, you're supposed to be these professionals. We have gifted you the authority to use these weapons. And again, like we always say, they didn't use tasers. They didn't use any of these things that they're supposed to be professional law enforcement. They're supposed to have the expertise to handle certain dangerous situations. And this is how they go about responding to a suicidal man, reacting in total irrational fear, complete disregard for human life.
Oh, yeah. That is a fucking horrible ass story. Like, Jesus.
Yes. So I just wanted to try to briefly sum up that story that we read in our headlines. And next, we'll move on to a couple updates of previous stories before we start reading from our main news stories of the week that we would like to cover for y'all. The first is in relation to the big story last week about ICE's Marvel villain Shock Gloves. So the news was that, ICE has put in I forget the exact number. I think it's $20 million of our taxpayer money to order these crazy weapons that are able to inflict pain upon us without leaving a mark, without leaving evidence.
It's like, do you need $20 million when you can just get like a carpet, rub your feet, and be like,
exactly.
Bitch! All right, get in the back of the van. All right, nigga, shit. All right. Take me back to Guatemala.
I'll go to Central African Republic, wherever the fuck you're sending my Pakistani ass.
Shit.
Yes. But people are learning about these gloves. These gloves have actually been in use by different law enforcement departments around the country, including at schools. So in Nebraska, there was a little hubbub over this because people were realizing, oh shit, like our Nebraska school resource officers are armed with these crazy weapons. So we got two opposing reactions to this. Let's see, Omaha, the superintendent of Omaha Public Schools, long story short, was like, hey, we don't like this shit, get rid of them. And the Omaha police agreed eventually. They're no longer going to use those gloves at the schools. But
we can't use our shot gloves on the kids anymore.
Yeah. I mean, look, we say this all the time, and I'm going to say it again. There is no need for police officers in schools. Can you have is there a need for armed security? Yeah, you could say that. And we're not saying you shouldn't have armed security. We're just saying you shouldn't have people connected to the justice system putting kids, introducing them to the prison system. And, cops a lot of times will do shit like this, have shot gloves. We'll do shit like we read in the headlines, be a
I'm telling you,
threat to the students.
I've said it 1,000 times on here. My experience with the school resource officer was this nigga was showing me his fucking demo reel mixtape YouTube channel he put together of him just fucking kids up. Fucking... No, this is going to get me on UFC. Like, just fuck. And I used to watch.
And you enjoed it at the time.
100%. I thought it was
but you were a kid.
Of course. And it was niggas I knew. I was like, fuck him up. Fuck his ass up. Like, I enjoy it. I was a fucking kid. Yes. But
you were like, he actually still has contraband on him. I'm just,
I'm planting shit on the nigga. Go check his locker now. Check it out now.
But then there's another district or town near Omaha, Bellevue schools, and they were the opposite. They came out and they were because obviously all parents are like, get these shit. They were like me. Bellevue came out and they were like, actually, we love the Bellevue police and we love their electronic shot gloves.
That sounds like black parents. Whenever you get in trouble at school, they'd be like, and you can use the electronic shot gloves on him. If he, Mr. Khan, if he fuck up.
Yeah, dude. When I used to be a teacher, I used to get supportive phone calls and they'd be like, and just let me know I'm gonna beat his ass.
No.
All right, now you're making me not want to listen. I don't want that on my head. I don't want that on my conscience. No. Don't tell me that.
My mama absolutely would give a teacher permission.
Yeah.
And you can absolutely choke them. Put a little water on it.
Yeah, parents, don't tell your teachers that shit, because then it becomes like a legal thing. Like, fuck, now I gotta be a mandated reporter on this shit.
I love my mama, but there's so many times I've gone to school before school, she would go, and you tell them you ran into a pole.
Yeah.
Oh my God. My mom was a
you tell them that you had just watched Hereditary.
My mom was sweet, lovely woman. Sometimes she just had to beat a little kid ass.
Sure. Yeah. So they had in Nebraska, they apparently had this big school board meeting. A bunch of parents came out, spoke against the police wearing gloves. Obviously, no parents came out and supported it. And the school districts had mixed responses, you could say.
What the fuck? That would terrify me as a parent. That'd be horrifying.
And as a student.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Even worse.
Yeah, dude. My tardy problem will be like, okay, I'm making jokes. I don't want to sound like I'm supporting this shit. I mean, look, obviously threats of violence can produce results, but the idea is that it comes at a cost.
Yeah.
Cost is not worth it, especially for our precious children. And I mean that.
It's not even just like the threat of violence and how it psychologically works, as it does, but the act of it's like the schools will just be a reflection of how society is in America with policing, which I mean to say, they'll just keep increasing the militarization of the school resource officers.
Yeah.
The more you allow the SRO, that's what they're called,
yes,
right? To have fucking military equipment and fucking unique super villain-esque devices to harm kids, it's only going to ramp up more and more.
I mean, American schools is like the one of the best like microcosms of the fact that our country has some serious issues going on.
With the
lack of funding, terrible scores, terrible results, mass shootings, to the point now where schools are having deployable drones to come down from the ceiling. But when there is a shooter issue, and they're all filled with armed police agents of the state ready to inflict violence.
Schools have drones ready just to...
Yes.
Or they have guns on them?
We've covered this in the podcast.
I wouldn't hear that.
Yes, you were, dude.
Shit. That shit is...
We have a lot. We cover shit every week, but...
it didn't stick out to scare me enough. The shit that scares me...
you know what? Maybe we didn't. I'll give you that. Maybe I thought about including the story. I didn't. So,
But anyway.
Who cares?
But that is... horrifying.
It is.
Either way, that is terrifying.
And our second update, this is a little good news, so we can celebrate this. Remember our boy in the LAPD who recorded his fellow his fellow officers who are in charge of hiring more LAPD and creating more officers on the streets, and they were saying horrendous racist shit, and then he was facing the man who reported that was facing 13 years in prison. Well, apparently the DA, all of the fucking anger got to him. He's dropped the felony charges. It's just misdemeanor charges now.
What about the racist shit that they were saying? What about the thing? That
We're beyond that, Ashton. We're beyond that, okay? You're asking the wrong questions. We need to be celebrating right now.
What about the racist?
See, this is why leftists, no one wants to hang around y'all, because we can't just enjoy a little victory, have a good time. What of systemic racism in the LAPD? You really want to focus on that right now and not that this cop isn't going to jail? A cop's not going to jail, Ashton.
We have bigger issues than the systemic racism in LAPD. People are reporting on the systemic racism, and that's the real crime.
Yes.
Insane how at every moment in every instance of this trial isn't everyone just being like, what are we doing? What is happening here? What's going on? There's racist and then there's exposed racist. Are we going after them? They're just like, phew.
Yeah. Honestly, it's a great strategy. You just go like, all right, we're just going to round them all up and execute them. And then everyone's like, whoa, you can't do that. And they're like, you know what? We thought about it. We're not going to execute them. Yeah. Everyone good? Everyone's like, yeah, we're good now. Everything. All right, thank you.
No.
Let's move on.
They're still, what the fuck? I'm so, damn, dude, evil.
I think it's kind of like LAPD is like kind of just like, well.
Duh.
Exactly. I was literally going to say duh. Yeah.
With the LAPD.
What, are y'all dumb?
Have you looked into it? Have you seen our internet footprint?
Yes.
We are.
Have you paid attention to the giant international headlines the LAPD has made over the last few decades?
We have a gang.
Yeah.
We have a gang.
Well, it would be nice if we just had one gang. We have multiple gangs. Yes, we are a gang in the sense that we're a police force, but we're also, in a more literal sense, multiple literal gangs.
You can't wear certain hats at the LAPD. Hey, fool. What's that you claim, fool?
It's literally that. They literally are in race gangs with tattoos.
Goodness!
Yeah. And we haven't even started our episode yet.
All right, let's start.
So we're starting in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Reading, this is, I'll just read it. Fox 17. Headline, defense claims Grand Rapids police officers had a bet when man was arrested. A man who, while being arrested, and look, it says man, he is a man. He's also a kid. He's also a kid. There's two kids that got pulled over. They got to be like 19, 20 years old. But I'll keep the legal. I mean, yeah, he's technically a man, but once you watch the video, it's like
they're using man in the same way like your mom is like, you're 18-year-old man now. Okay?
You need to start helping out around
get
here.
Get a job now. You're a man. I'm 17 and a half. That's a man.
Yeah. More of Ashton's childhood trauma.
That's all I use this podcast for.
Okay. A man who, while being arrested, landed on and broke a Grand Rapids police officer's leg, returned to court on Thursday. A 61st Street District Court in Grand Rapids, attorneys continue to argue whether the man charged with assaulting, resisting, or obstructing a police officer causing serious impairment of a body function deserved to be bound over to the 17th Circuit for trial. So all that language means is that it's a grand jury. Right now, they're deciding on whether or not to hit him with these charges, and then if they decide yes, he's hit with the charges and has to go to trial.
I hope the grand jury is rational human beings. It's gonna make me really look at society different if the grand jury not only throws away. I don't know what powers juries have, but
yes,
they should just be throwing away these entire charges and being like,
yeah. And for the record, I don't know if it's literally a grand jury. I'm just saying, like, I wasn't familiar with this specific language, so what I looked up, I'm making an analogy to like it's basically that it's like he's not facing charges yet. These are the charges they are trying to make stick, and the result of this like part of the legal process will determine whether or not he goes to the type of trial we're all familiar with, where he will be defending himself against these charges, which again, assaulting an officer.
And the only reason why they're getting to the assault is because they're Rube Goldberging fucking well, if you hadn't hit that domino and then caused us to pull you over, and when you didn't have a seatbelt on and your seatbelt caused us to ask who are you, and you didn't comply, so we had to pull you out of the car, and that is why. And
yes, so yeah, we could talk about that real quick before we go more into it. That's the first insane thing about this, because he did not attack the cops. He didn't do anything. They were struggling getting this kid. It was 3 cops. Yeah. It was how many cops does it take for an officer to injure himself over a turn signal violation?
Imagine it's a car door. Imagine 3 fucking Larry, Curly, and Moe's trying to fucking get in a car door, and they're all just trying to grab one guy, and it's like literally... It literally makes...
In the process, they break one of their legs.
Yeah, and I laughed. I'm not going to lie. Because the way he was like... fucking guy's like... Ah!
They finally... I mean, this video... The video, it's like one of those videos. It completely undercuts this idea of cops being like this professional tactical force. They
Bumbling
were just like,
squad of idiots.
They finally get him out. They all stumble back. All of them are on the ground. All 4 of them are on the ground. And one of the cops is, he broke the kid, you could, I mean, that's what the prosecution is arguing. The kid broke this guy's legs, but it's like, bro, the kid was just trying to sit in this car in peace, got manhandled out, and in the process of getting manhandled, was involuntarily thrown on this cop's leg. Yeah. Now he's sitting in court over assaulting an officer.
That's the other thing. The cop with the broken leg was like a 4th cop outside the vehicle, who was already outside the vehicle when the other cops were yanking the dude out. They yanked and fell onto him. It's not like the cop whose leg was broken. He wasn't one of the people in the car. He was just like a putty. You remember Power Rangers when it was like they're just like waiting to get their
He's
ass
an extra.
kicked.
Yeah. Unpaid extra. He does not get a trailer. He doesn't get no lines. He's not a part of the union. What are they called?
He's non
the guild. The guild. He's not a part of the guild.
Actor. Yeah. He's one of the, when you watch John Wick and you just see a guy in the background waiting, like he's just doing moves,
waiting to get his neck broken. That was him. He got his leg broken.
And all right, we're moving on to another footage.
Yes, exactly. Except it's not Keanu Reeves. It's like a 130-pound 19-year-old
130 pound is a good. I mean, that's you're giving him 30 pounds.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and no offense to him, he's a kid.
And I say that as in, I mean, he's a fucking clear high school going freshman in college
yes.
as
that's what they look like. Yeah. So let's go back to the article because we referenced some of the other pieces of this, but we haven't really gotten to it yet. So let's do that. The man's defense team also claimed a bet among officers played a role in his arrest. We'll get more into this later, but I'll just read that little line for now. On June 19th, Grand Rapids police officers initiated a traffic stop near Kalamazoo Avenue and Dickinson Street. Per the department, the driver had failed to properly use a turn signal. As seen in body camera video, an officer then approached the car after it had stopped and witnessed Imran Sharafi sitting in the passenger seat not wearing a seatbelt. You don't have a seatbelt on, the officer said. You don't have one on. You're going to have to provide your name. His name is Sharifi. I said it wrong earlier. Sharifi refused to provide identification. Why are you asking for my name? I'm not even driving, he said. Less than a minute later, after continued refusals to give his name, Sharifi was arrested. Quote, "You're under arrest," the officer said. As seen in cell phone video, Grand Rapids police attempted to take Sharifi into custody by pulling his arms, legs, and head and hitting him in the face and legs. Quote, "I'm going to sue you," said Sharifi, bracing his feet against the floor and his hands against the ceiling, refusing to leave the car. Quote, "Get off me." After a struggle that lasted around a minute, officers were able to pull Sharifi from the car, and as they together fell backwards to the ground, Sharifi's body rolled up on the leg of one of the officers, causing it to break. On Thursday, the prosecution said Sharifi's refusal to provide identification and comply with the arrest were a, quote, "factual proximate cause" to the officer's injury. Conversely, the defense said officers, quote, "acted unlawfully," as they could not prove whether Sharifi was not wearing a seatbelt while the car was in motion and therefore had no right to arrest him.
If I'm parked, okay, I don't got no seatbelt on.
Yeah.
I'm in a parked car. I ain't got no seatbelt.
Yeah. So that's like that gets to the heart of it. Like whether or not he had to show ID, I mean, I think that would just depend on whether or not he was doing anything illegal. Mm-hmm. They were claiming he didn't have his seatbelt on, but they had no evidence. Like, they were not claiming that, yes, we saw you while your friend was driving. And this goes, like, if we even zoom back further, the absurdity of this, like, what are the stakes here? No, the stakes are as low as they can be.
Literally.
Someone didn't allegedly didn't use his turn signal, and that person wasn't even this kid. Well, the kid was in the passenger seat.
This is. Do you see how escalated it all got?
And now a cop have his fucking leg broken.
You could. I mean, it's just an example of like how cops escalate things, even when the most minor, like literally minor charges. And it says something when the driver nothing happened to the driver. The driver, who they said didn't use the turn signal, they forgot all about the original reason they pulled somebody over, because they're just like, we hopped onto this and now we're ready to go. To the point of them saying we're just trying to make arrests. Like, well, I bet the reason why the betting thing is so important is because it does, like, it puts you in the mental space of the cop. Okay, it doesn't matter what the crime is. I'm getting an arrest. And you can see that when it's over a seatbelt and y'all are so aggro over a seatbelt. Everybody else, a rational group of people watching that body camera footage, like, I can't fuck with Americans if, like, they watch that footage and then walk away and be like, yeah, kid should be, like, locked up. Because it's like, what are we doing? You don't see a fucking weaponized group of people abusing their power, coming in over the most minor, the smallest in that they can possibly get. They find it and try to bust the door open and get this kid arrested. And it's like,
it's like, it's
truly desperate. It's desperate.
The lack of de-escalation, like the intent of escalation is so crazy here, because we go from, like, okay, even if this kid, let's humor this idea that, okay, let's say the kid didn't have his seatbelt on, even though there's no proof of that. Let's say he actually didn't have his seatbelt on while they were driving. There's no reason that it needs to get that everyone is now on the ground and an officer has his leg broken. And the reason why is, like, if you had any actual intent of de-escalation, if a kid is being a little, like, stubborn about something, there's ways to use basic humanity. It's like it goes back to my experience as a teacher. Like, if a kid is being like a shithead in the middle of class, there's things you know to do. Like, hey, let's talk outside in the hallway where your ego can, like, you're not in front of your classmates anymore. Like, your ego can be set aside. Like, I'm not, like, now I know us out in the world, we're not children, we're adults, but still, like, your idea is you're a peacekeeping officer. Like, implement some of those skills instead of your quote-unquote skills of trying to manhandle this kid out of the car through the window, and you end up all rolling around. And again, complete lack of any sort of tact, any sort of skills whatsoever when it came to pulling him out of the car, as shown by one of y'all injuring yourselves in the process.
And what does it say about, like, our fucking laws of society when it's just cut or dry? You break a law, you break law, you go jail, we beat you. It's like we live in an that's, like, to me, feels like the most authoritarian shit I've ever felt in my life. Like, we supposed to live in a society where, like, it's a kid, his seatbelt wasn't on. Something a mom at most would be like, put your seatbelt on. Hey, put your seat. But instead, we're like, you got to go to jail now, because that's like, I'm just blown away at how, like, I would expect that we live in a society where the peacekeeping officers are also emotionally regulated, emotionally intelligent people who see a kid be like, hey, man, let me guide you better. Hey, put your seatbelt on. Instead of, like, guiding the youth, they're arresting him.
And beating the shit out of them. Like, that's the other thing. It's like, why are punches going on here? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why? What is in their minds? Like, all right, executing a tactical police maneuver, punch. It's like, there's no need to be punching. And again, it's all of it is the evidence is there by the fact that this cop ends up with a broken leg. Their complete lack of any sort of professionality. You know what it reminds me? I'm thinking about my teaching days a lot right now. It reminds me of, like, I was one time, I was a substitute gym teacher in elementary school. Can I recommend to everyone, if you have an opportunity to be a PE teacher for kids one day, it's the most fun you'll ever have. It was awesome.
Sounds like the dumbest you can be as a teacher.
It was so fun. And I remember, like, that day I was a sub, and that day they were playing, like, hockey, quote unquote hockey. Like, there's no skates; they're all just in their shoes on the thing with a little plastic stick, shit. Right? And I remember it was so interesting, the difference between second grade and third grade. Like, the third graders, they had some semblance of, like, okay, I'm gonna try to pass it to you, and you're gonna be up there. I'll try to pass it to you, and then you'll be closer to the goal. You could score. They all, like, intuitively understood that, right? Second grade, whatever, like, that jump was, they did not understand that at all. So the entire, like, 10 of each team, all 20 kids were just hovering around the puck the entire time as one giant circle bouncing through the court like a pinball in a machine. So that's what these cops reminded me of. Like, they had no coordination with each other whatsoever, no plan of execution. They were all yelling and punching and screaming and pushing and pulling. They all end up on the ground. The cop is hurt, and now this kid is trying to be charged with assaulting an officer.
Whatever it is about police training, it's something to be said about police training, that it is pretty effective, where they don't train you in any, like, skill-based things, or, like, any, like,
seems like they don't,
like any, like, tactical, like, you get, like, a very you get a once over with, like, tactical stuff, maybe, like, but the what am I trying to say? They don't. They're
like, 9-year-olds may look cute, but some of them are actually trying to kill you.
What blows my mind about police, like, training is the fact that they're always, no matter what, are able to make you able to come out of the police training with the most simple-minded, violent automatrons. Just, like, simpletons who are violent, who they just result to, rule book says,
More violent, and why I would say because they come out more afraid of the public. Like, what kind of training is that? You should come out feeling more confident, more calm, cool, and collected to do your job. But instead, so much of their training consists of being propagandized that the public is out to kill you, the public is a danger, the public is against you, the public is a threat. Yeah. So of course they come out more scared to do their job. Yeah. That can't be training.
If anybody, first off, we all live in the public. We all live in society, nigga. We all got to deal with these little crazy ass people in society. But you guys should feel even more comfortable because you do got guns. So I'd be like, I'd use my gun less because I'd be like,
yeah.
Don't try it, little nigga. I'll blow your goddamn back. Like, you should, the threat alone should be enough. You should feel comfortable and not always, everyone's gonna kill me. Bitch, we live in the same exact environment that you police in, yet you walk around on 10, afraid of everything, putting civilians' lives in danger because you use everything as a fucking hammer and nail scenario. And
but so you mentioned this, Ashton, you mentioned the betting thing. So we haven't really gotten to that part yet. This is another major absurd piece of this story. So the defense is arguing that this is a violation of the Fourth Amendment, which is supposed to protect from unreasonable search and seizure. The defense also claimed officers at the time of Sharifi's arrest were trying to fulfill a bet. In body camera video from after the arrest, Grand Rapids police officer Richard Lee, who testified Thursday, can be heard talking to officers about a quota. Quote, "We joked that we weren't going to get our quota," Lee said in the video. "He wants to get a number," he continues to say in the video. "He knew we were going to lose." In response, another officer asked if the quota was for 1 day or 1 weekend. 3 days, Lee says. He wanted 20. Arrests? The officer asks. Yeah, Lee says. In another body camera video, Lee, appearing to talk to the injured officer as he is loaded onto an ambulance, says, "You did this because you knew you were losing." "This is my way out," the injured officer appears to say in response. "This was your way out," Lee says. On Thursday, the defense said, "This is what results from a culture of bets and quotas and officers who treat policing as a contact sport." Lee testified that the quota wasn't a real bet. A determination on whether Sharifi's case will be bound over will be made on September 22nd. So this is what you were earlier referring to, like this question of like, how could such a low stakes incident of a failure to use a turn signal result in multiple people on the floor and assault the officer charge? This might be it. They're talking about trying to meet an arrest quota and apparently a bet, which you can only assume is who gets the most arrests.
Yeah, that quotas in any job makes an employee the most insufferable person.
Yeah.
When I worked at
it's toxic incentives.
It's true. Like, bro, when I worked at GameStop and I had to sell Game Informers and I had a quota of 20 Game Informers a fucking week to meet,
it made you an annoying person.
I would have pulled over a 18-year-old Hispanic kid and threw him out of the car.
Yeah.
Give me that $15. I would have. You'd be like, what? This doesn't seem reasonable or any like rational response. Shut the fuck up and give me that $15. So that on cops, oh my God.
Yeah.
They're desperate to.
Because what is an arrest? Perform. An arrest is like potentially a life-ruining thing.
Yeah, and they're willing to just play with your life just for 1 week, meet a quota.
Yeah.
You're dealing with lifelong shit. The incentive that they even did it for is already gone. Like it's 3 weeks later. They're on a whole new. I gotta arrest another nigga. I forgot all about you, but you're still dealing with the arrest that they did. It's just fucked up. It's fucked up.
Yep, but let's move on to our next stories. We're gonna read two quick ones because they feel related.
Brookfield, Wisconsin.
We're talking about flock. Heard about this, folks? Heard about this?
What the flock? Anybody ever say that one before?
I don't think so. I think you're the first.
I'm quite certain.
I was being sarcastic.
Okay. Damn. This is really good. Fox 6 Now. Flock system mix up Brookfield traffic stop of wrong person. Brookfield police pulled someone over, guns drawn, after a flock camera flagged their car for a Milwaukee homicide. Ugh. It turned out to be a mix-up involving the wrong person, though. It happened around 4:45 p.m. Thursday, August 6th. Video from I-95 in Waukesha County shows multiple officers with guns drawn and a passenger sticking their hands out the window. Police pulled the car over after a flock camera flagged it for a Milwaukee homicide. But when Brookfield police called the Milwaukee Police Department, MPD said they no longer needed the car or the people inside, so officers let them go. Hey, we got you. We got who you looking for right now. You need him? We're good. We're not. That's what it's saying, right? They called.
Yes.
That's insane.
Yeah.
They had the people at gunpoint. Sorry. Fox 6 News reached out to MPD to learn why that car was still active in the flock system. The department said it was not a flock issue, but a personal issue.
Personnel issue.
Personnel. Sorry.
It's okay.
Personnel. Personnel.
Yeah.
The department said it was not a flock issue, but a personal issue.
Yeah. Like we got the murderer right here. Sounds like a personal problem. What? What is that? Are you a popular girl from the 90s? Why are you saying this joke to me right now?
I don't know. Yeah, right. It's personnel. It sounds like, no, there's Steve Urkel and there's Stefan.
Personnel issue.
Yes.
Staff failed to remove a wanted vehicle alert from the system. So that is what has happened here. Flock was not making an error. It was just that the issue of the stolen car, the homicide, whatever it was resolved, and the cop just kept this license plate in the system, wanted for the same crime. So going back to what you said, I mean, you were making a good point illustrating. I just wanted to have a little fuller picture first before we go into it. But yes, imagine you're, by the way, black woman. All of a sudden, you're surrounded by cops with guns drawn. And then it's like, I guess, like, you know, in GTA, you put in the code and the stars go away. Yeah. All the cops just put their guns drawn and just walk away like nothing happened.
Meanwhile, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, sitting there with your young daughter. Yeah.
It never fails. They always manage to traumatize. They make sure police officers, they make sure they traumatize a black woman. They gonna find it. If it's today Tuesday, we traumatizing a black woman somewhere. Yeah. But yeah, that is insane. And he just left the car in the system because of the lulls. Yeah. Because of that is so negligent. It's evil. Yeah. That's fucking every word you could. What the fuck? Brookfield Police Chief Christopher Garcia maintains that the officers' actions were consistent with the information available to them. Amber Newell, the woman who was pulled over, spoke with Fox 6. She said, "This is not the first time this happened to her this week. I haven't been able to sleep since this happened," Newell said. "Every time I close my eyes, all I can see is guns." Damn. Last Monday, Newell said the same thing happened when Milwaukee police pulled her over with guns drawn. She said officers never explained why, towed her car, and let her go. Newell said she is still scared to drive her car, and her daughter is too. She's just getting terrorized.
This is just happening to her multiple times.
She's just literally being terrorized by the police for no reason. And they know it's like wrong car. And they still kept, bro.
Yeah.
So
this is a theme of today's episode. Like obviously there's so many stories of cops intentionally misusing flock. But what about the fact that cops many times are dumbasses and will misuse flock on accident?
Because cops are just dudes and people.
Yeah, regular ass. It's not that hard to become a cop.
It's when you see cops, you don't look at a cop and you're like, that guy is professionally sound. That guy savvy. I trust his thoughts and ideas. You've never seen a cop.
You can't give flock to a person who will look at an AI picture of big booty Kamala Harris and be like, wow.
Kamala? I ain't voting for no Kamala. Is she black or is she Indian? I need to know so I can know, do I arrest her?
Look at this interesting picture of Kamala Harris and AOC posing in bikinis together.
I hate these. I hate these.
I have mixed feelings about these pictures. I got to be honest.
So hard right now from hate. From hate. That's why. But another story in DeBary, Florida, not to be confused with DeBaby, Florida, via Yahoo News. One ALPR camera hit 8 felony charges, potentially facing life in prison. It was the wrong person. On October 4th, 2025, a hit and run on eastbound I-4 near DeBary, Florida, killed 3 people. Motorcyclist Joaquin Dino, Flagler County Deputy Administrator Jorge Salinas, and his wife Nancy Salinas. A Flock Safety Automated License Plate Reader, ALPR, a networked camera that photographs passing vehicles and surfaces hits against law enforcement databases, had spotted a black Dodge Durango registered to a 23-year-old Lindsay Brooke Isaacs, roughly 3 miles away from the crash. That single data point became the spine of the entire investigation, despite a stack of contradictory evidence sitting in plain sight from day one. That's the thing that always gets me. We've covered so many of these stories where there's just so much contradictory evidence to the one single note, like they say, node that they hang their entire investigation on. And it's like, how does this not counteract all of you have your one single evidence that you're framing this entire case on. Meanwhile, there's always just ample evidence proving that the people aren't where the flock camera has put them, and they still waste not only taxpayer dollars but their own time.
Yeah. Well, I think the easiest explanation to understand is like we're seeing it everywhere right now. We're seeing stories of, we're seeing State Department put up a map of Africa where everything's mislabeled. We're seeing schools put out textbooks that are full of gibberish. We're seeing all sorts of examples of people implementing AI because they're lazy. They're human, you could almost say. And
I'm lazy and I'll use AI.
Same, right? But it's a human tendency to just cut corners and be lazy and use AI to do that. So the problem, though, when police do that is that people's lives are at stake and people's lives get ruined. And we're seeing that happen week after week.
But I'll continue. That makes sense. Jesus. What happened? Oh, I'm just going to continue. I'm not gonna, on April 17th.
No, I would read that part.
Okay, sorry.
What happened?
Yeah, sorry. What happened? ALPR flagged black Durango registered to Isaacs near the scene. A 911 caller described a maroon Dodge Durango with a partial plate that didn't match Isaacs. Forensic evidence found on a struck vehicle, maroon paint transfer. Isaacs' black Durango, no crash consistent damage per her federal lawsuit. Time, distance, and analysis by her attorney, her vehicle could not have been at the crash site when the collision occurred.
So I mean, look how absurd this is. Like police, we in this country refer to police as detectives. They have the title of detective, right? In this situation, we see a maroon Durango do a hit and run, left maroon paint on the other car, and they arrest a lady with a black Durango. What the fuck is going on here?
I'm starting to realize why fictional character Batman is considered the world's greatest detective. One, probably because it ain't probably that hard to be a detective. Look at look at his competition. He probably just has to try a little. I'm the world's greatest detective. Yeah. Also,
the description said it was a white man, 6'4".
Batman,
Commissioner.
Batman, leave it to the professionals. But I think the case is we'll call you when we need when there's a clown, when there's a weird clown around. We'll call it. But anyway, on April 17th, 2026, that's this year, Florida Highway Patrol arrested Isaacs on 8 felonies, 3 counts of vehicular homicide among them. It's fucking horrible. God damn, dude.
Potential sentence?
Yeah, potential sentence, life. She spent 13 days in jail before prosecutors acknowledged they lacked sufficient evidence to hold her pre-trial. How is that not something you do before? Before you throw an innocent woman in jail for the worst. Not the worst.
Some of the worst.
But yeah.
3 people were killed.
No, yeah, exactly. One of the most horrific, holy shit, I cannot imagine what it did to this woman. I cannot even imagine 13 days in jail where you are being accused of clavicular homicide. And I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about how this lady has to. I hope she gets fucking bread, because this is like, that's trauma out of the ass. You are going to be emotionally disturbed for a while. But on May 22nd, 2026, the charges were dropped. That same day, investigators finally acting on the maroon Durango description and partial plate available from day one, arrested 47-year-old Elisa Montalvo, whose maroon Durango showed crash damage matching the scene. Montalvo now faces 9 charges, including 3 vehicular homicide counts, and is held without bond. She has not been convicted. Lady was out there just running, hitting people. Just free.
Hitting, running freely.
They're hitting, they're running.
Not a care in the world. She's like, what a country.
Wow. Oh, God, I love America.
Yeah.
You can just hit and kill 3 people and just nobody even says anything.
Yeah. Well, off to my hit and run club meeting. Favorite night of the week.
She's like, did you see Love Island this week? Just completely out of her mind now. Yo, people are crazy. That's the other part of this too. That lady's a fucking nut. That lady's a psychopath. I know, but that's a psycho. That's crazy as hell. You killed 3 people. I know that.
Don't even get a new car. Get a new car.
Lady, what the fuck? Now I've seen hit and run.
She's trying to out stupid the cops.
Bruh. I've seen people hit people and try to drive off. I've seen when people do fucked up shit and then they panic and they drive off. You killed 3, dude. Sorry. That's just, I'm just a little sensitive today. I'm just like, whoa. You killing people? That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Can't kill people, dog.
Yeah.
But
I think, like, the moral of these stories, is just that there are so many reasons, still more we probably haven't thought of yet, to get rid of this flock shit. I mean, this flock shit is fucking crazy.
Dude,
no one wants this shit.
No one asked for it.
The technology is inherently evil. It's mass surveillance, no warrants, mass surveillance of the innocent. Cops are abusing it for their own evil whims, and then their incompetence with it is also ruining lives. So it's just across the board.
The reason why I really hate flock, and the only is now the rest of America knows what it feels like to be a black person in any department store. You are being watched constantly. And you're being followed all the fucking time. And it's just like that. They're like, I'm not stealing. Even
you got a receipt though?
And I'm not even kidding. That is for me personally. It is the metaphor, because when you black and you walk around a department store and I am okay, financially okay. There's literally, if I'm stealing something, that means I hate you and I'm stealing to hurt you. I don't need to steal. So when I walk into, and yet for some reason, I still walk into places and I feel it. I'm like, oh my God. And it's been my whole life. Even when I ain't had money, my whole life, people just, okay. I'll do subconscious things because I feel constantly that I'm being watched. So I'll do subconscious things to make the environment, to let the environment know, hey, I'm safe. I'm not here to steal. Oh, wow. Look at they're creating that angst all across America. That's what they want us to constantly feel. That constant feeling of I'm being watched. I'm not doing nothing wrong. I'm not doing it. And I don't. Sorry, that shit's just fucking me up that we've become Walmart.
And we're not in the reality where this technology is in the hands of a British Spider-Man. We are in the reality where it's in the hands of a lot of perverted racists. Not the ideal version of events we would like. And going a little segue, going into our next story, it might be getting much, much worse. So, reading here from Wired magazine, this article is called "Flock has a powerful new AI tool for police. We got its code." Vehicle surveillance giant Flock Safety has told the public for years that its technology, quote, cannot recognize, identify, or track vehicles. It has now built a system that does both. An artificial intelligence tool for police that can identify drivers and track vehicles by their patterns of movement alone, Wired has learned. Drawing on a network of cameras that logs the movements of drivers in more than 6,000 communities, the tool can pick out potential witnesses by how often their cars pass through a neighborhood or surface a driver's or surface a driver's associates from the cameras they pass together. So it's now, not only is it tracking you, it's tracking who you associate with, who your friends are, where you're going, what parts of the... Okay, well, I'll just keep going, but that's where we're at so far in this article.
Dale Gribble would kill himself. That's the only way out, buddy.
Yeah.
He's sorry.
All right. R.I.P.
Oh, yeah. R.I.P. for real.
Yeah. Because the system also reaches police case files, 911 dispatch logs, and commercial identity records, those plates can be turned into names, home addresses, and relatives. It can search for people in an area drawn on a map based on nothing more than physical description. So it is, we're getting closer to the panopticon here. Like it's taking the already AI cameras and it is synchronizing it with all of the other non-AI police data that they have. And on top of that, it is synthesizing the flock tracking to where now we are being our daily routes are being saved, who we interact with is being saved. It's just getting, we keep saying it, but yeah, it's getting all the fucking Minority Report, all that shit we're inching closer and closer to.
How your colonoscopy was a success. We did, however, install a flock camera in your asshole. We're live streaming your prostate from the NYPD's Twitch channel,
and it'll cost you nothing as long as you play ads for our clinic, and then you will owe us nothing actually.
Yeah,
in that sense, it is a free clinic.
Yeah,
in
this
that
is a
sense.
brand sponsorship. Guys, I just came from the most.
Have you all ever heard of Sherry's Berries? Where's that voice coming from? My butt. It's coming. That's my butt.
McDonald's. I'm sorry, that's my asshole. It's playing a McDonald's ass in my asshole.
What's that smell? It's the ad. They didn't really factor in this part of the.
Is your ass smoking? I'm doing a vape brand deal with my local smoke shop. Sorry,
but they're paying for my trip here, so actually, they covered my Uber. Okay, back to this. The software, originally called Night Shift and more recently renamed OS Investigate, ships with 69 pre-written prompts that officers can select, review, or edit and then submit to the AI. Officers can also input prompts of their own. The suggested prompts sit in a cache of more than 450 files that Wired found on Flock's own website, served by its login pages to anyone who loaded them. The code describes, man, Wired magazine is fucking cool sometimes. They're all, they're these internet nerds that they got expertise. They can do shit like this.
Wired magazine.
I know,
and
it's
not
cool.
Know how to hack a mainframe.
Yes, exactly. It's nice that their politics are, where they're at. Otherwise, it could be a lot worse.
Yeah, well, they got to be because they're like, come on, they're like internet. They're like the original people on the forefront of like the internet protection agency and like digital rights.
But they could be on the forefront of being like Flock consultants.
They 100% could be dickheads.
There's two sides to all this.
You're right. I'm sorry.
That's okay. You don't have to apologize. The code describes 45 tools at AI's disposal, giving it access to plate scans and camera metadata, arrest records, case files, dispatch logs, ballistic results, and commercial databases that contain social security numbers, dates of birth, phone numbers, email addresses, relatives, and associates. Flock says it's testing the product with a small group of law enforcement partners and describes it as still in development with capabilities that may not reflect what it eventually sells. It arrives as the company faces bipartisan political pressure, a growing record of officers caught misusing its platform, and a wave of vandalism that has left cameras sawed off and lenses painted over in cities across the country.
That's the best part about all the Flock shit. We are clearly fighting. I love humanity being the organism that's fighting back against like the fucking digital A. We're spraying shit. We got politicians shooting fucking Flock cameras. Juries being like, free that man.
Yeah.
We got the grassroots movement is great. There has to be, and I'm very hopeful about it because I'm watching with data centers. Everybody was like, oh my God, we're about to have data center takeover. And now data center is such a hot button political issue that like Republicans have to back away from data centers, and like people, Democrats are using it to like target anybody who's like, oh, you're pro data center. I'm saying all this to say data centers were once, invasive as Flock cameras. Flock cameras seem to be a lot more invasive because they seem to be easier to install, but politically they're on the same like hot button issue that people are going to be gearing up to in their local elections and be like, what the fuck? Why are there? We need to get rid of these cameras. And that's what I'm hopeful for. The political movement that's bubbling.
I mean, the Flock thing is a good tip of the spear when it comes to this mass surveillance stuff because, AI data centers, there's a lot of us can think of our parents. Like our parents love talking to ChatGPT. They love nearing this AI psychosis. They're having a great time with it. And they might be like, yeah, I don't see big data centers, whatever. Like, it doesn't affect me. No one wants a fucking camera pointing into their car. Like that strikes something that goes beyond politics. And so yeah, I agree. It is, and 9/11 is too long ago now. 9/11, like that has worn off. That because remember the Patriot Act passed. Like there's very few people that had this mentality right after 9/11. So unless they bring in Bush and Cheney back in to do a round two, people are gonna be fucking upset over this huge invasion of privacy.
Zombie Dick Cheney sounds way. That's
yeah. They'll bring him back.
That's a horrifying.
Yeah, dude. They'll bring back AI Dick Cheney.
He doesn't even eat brains. He just shoots you. Why does a zombie shoot people?
So let me read these last two little paragraphs, and then I think this helps paint a fuller picture here. Flock built its business on a simple transaction. A camera photographs a passing car, converts the plate to text, and checks it against a list of vehicles police are looking for. Cars that are not on the list are recorded and otherwise ignored. OS investigates preloaded prompts describe an inversion of that arrangement. An officer no longer needs a plate, a name, or a crime to begin. They simply supply a place, a stretch of time, and a pattern of behavior, and the system is designed to hand back the people who fit. All 69 of the prompts are offered to officers as a menu of canned searches. Selecting one pastes it into the chat box where the officer can review or edit it before clicking again to submit. One prompt Flock preloaded into the system reads, quote, find me witnesses based on vehicles not most seen in neighborhood. This is in brackets, like you could fill in the blank here. In neighborhood during brackets last 14 days during blank time frame. So this really describes like, okay, this is truly like ChatGPT searching for a crime. It's not bottom up anymore. Oh, we got a hit on a license plate that is connected to a crime. It is now top down. Let me see what crimes are going on over here.
Find what I want to look for what I want to find.
Exactly. And we have used AI in terms of these like these new chat bots. We know that if we give it a prompt, it is programmed to give us a fucking answer.
Please ChatGPT. Find the killer.
This is your killer.
Well, that's all I needed.
Wait. I need 2 more suspects. Here's 2 more suspects.
Wait. Make them Mexican. Here. Okay, perfect. All right. And literally, I know we just made that up,
but it's literally
But
true.
I know we're like inching towards.
And we were making fun of our like boomers like not being technologically capable of fully being able to see AI, these chatbots in the proper context. Well, the truth to that is there are people going through ChatGPT psychosis because the chatbot is designed to be a yes man to you, to give you what you want. Now it's going to be in the hands of police looking for crimes in this fucking whatever sci-fi movie you want to fill in the blank with, where they can just find whatever they're looking for.
Exciting. Damn, dude.
And,
our podcast is just vindicating Ted Bundy. That's all we do here. It was just be like,
I think we do a little bit more than that.
Okay, we do that.
There's other politics we align with besides just exclusively Ted Bundy.
I don't know why I constantly associate myself with him.
Yeah.
Is it the hoodies? Maybe. Is it the anti-tech? Maybe. Is it the sick-ass beard? I don't know. That mustache?
I'm like, Martin Luther King said a lot of beautiful things. That's just like, okay, I guess. But have you heard of what Ted Bundy said? I'm like, is that relevant really to this? But what another, like, obviously Flock's been in the news constantly now, to the point where Flock recently has come out announcing some reforms. And here are the reforms, the biggest ones. One, they're saying that now, instead of defaulting to 30 days of all Flock data saved, it's now going to default to 7 days, which, that's much less of our data being stored.
Sure.
But it's still data being stored. And it's only defaulting to that. They can still switch it back to 30 days. Also, so that's their big reform there.
Yeah. And what about just the fact that people just, I don't want to be outside the cameras.
Exactly. Couldn't have said it better myself. Also, they are saying more local control over cameras. So that's a big thing, is that, the Houston Police Department can search this Ohio town's cameras 900,000 times in a month. So they're saying, like, okay, we're going to give the localities there'll now be like metrics in place where they will have a say of who gets a look in their cameras.
They just want to maintain, this is like all to maintain like the Flock camera supremacy and be like,
so we're getting there, because all of these are very minor reforms. 30 to 7 days, it's only the default setting. Having some local control, well, guess what? There's still a nationwide network. And lastly, they're making their audits more robust and universal. But still, there's still one giant universal network. And the biggest thing, they still require no warrant. That's the thing. We are all being surveilled innocently, and this does nothing to that.
You would think that's something we would vote on as a society to have implemented. But instead, business, it's like, I want to know who are we should have a comprehensive list of the politicians who you signed contracts with that allowed you to just pop up with all these Flock cameras everywhere. Because all of a sudden, we just have thousands of cameras everywhere.
But the politicians aren't even at the front lines of making these decisions. It's just these police departments. The police departments are allowed, they are given broad leeway on what technology they want to use. They are quite simply just having like Flock sales reps come into like having a sales pitch. They press a couple buttons on their PowerPoint. They're like, hey, you want to buy this stuff? And they're like, yeah, we seem to have millions of dollars of free taxpayer money, and why don't we go ahead and purchase that? And now we're all under surveillance. We need the politicians to come in and stop this. They're generally falling short, but we see some of them are doing something, which is nice, but it's very few.
Yeah, no, we got to scrape these Flock cameras off the streets.
And the shout out to our guy in Tennessee, who real politician out there shooting him down with a gun, not advocating for anything like that. But
I saw actually this week. I saw a really good video of people who use the mass surveillance infrastructure that's set up against the people who are setting up the surveillance infrastructure. Like there was this big flock conference. So these people, and it was actually terrifying. I was like, I'm gonna get off the internet. These people, they went outside of the flock conference, had all this high-tech advanced equipment where they could like capture signals, all the data that's just like coming from the flock convention. They just captured it and used it to expose all the people, what they're saying inside, the people who are there, and just like literally turn the surveillance apparatus onto the people who set up the surveillance apparatus. And like, it's obviously... The most it's done for me is make me feel good that people are exposing them. But I do think it's good that...
So it's like rogues stealing their powers.
Yeah, it literally was. And using it on them. And I was like, look at this fat black guy just being the asshole who's...
What?
The guy they showed was his asshole.
I
was mad. He was... Sorry. It was this black guy who was part of Flock. I was mad at him for being black. And
I was like, right with you. I was like, yeah. Huh? I thought we were doing an X-Men metaphor. Who's the fat black X-Men?
No, it's the guy they exposed from Flock. I got mad and I shouldn't have called him black.
But yeah, they Flock is on its heels right now because they're offering these reforms, but we know what's going on. We know the timing here. They're acting like this is the first time anyone has ever let them know that there might be issues with privacy here, and they're like, oh, you know what, silly us. We never even thought about that. Here you go. When it's actually coinciding with this finally piercing the veil of the public, and guess what? Cities are canceling their contracts with Flock. Now they are losing money. So that's the only reason they're offering any reforms. Don't trust this shit at all, especially because of this fucking Wired article. They're trying to tell us that our privacy is safe. Meanwhile, they are simultaneously planning on rolling out an even more widespreading invasive form of AI on top of all this. This is an evil company that we should all be fighting against.
And Joffrey just laid out the logical, reasonable argument for it. I'm the irrational part of this podcast.
You gotta have both.
You got
the yin and the yang,
left and right brain. Okay,
yeah,
logic, cold-based, thought-out thoughts.
Matt and Jeff Hardy.
Just me fucking, and also, excuse me, but how about just
MLK and Ted Bundy, or not Ted Bundy? Fuck, what's his name?
No, you got it. Not you thought
it's
Ted
Kaczynski.
Oh,
that whole time we were saying Ted Bundy.
And
fuck,
Ted Kaczynski.
I should have caught that, folks. That's my bad.
I'm just saying I'm stupid. So I'm good.
That's what you were just saying.
I literally was just saying.
Fuck, I failed, y'all. That's on me. That's on me.
I'm allowed to mix up shit. I don't know white people like that for real, but.
The thing is, we got to study Al Bundy. What Al Bundy taught us about where the technology is going.
You need to be married with children. That's what we need to be. God, what is your messaging here?
Yeah, this is a confusing episode.
No, my whole thing is, dude, I'm not advocating for crime.
Sorry, just real quick. We were literally just saying Ted Bundy was good and did good things. If we hadn't caught that, not only would have we just saying the wrong name for Ted Kaczynski, the person we were advocating for is a serial killer. That's what we almost just did on our podcast that we're trying to get more people to listen to.
The Unabomber really killed nobody?
Yeah, but Ted Kaczynski had a political message that you like.
Okay, yeah.
That has some relevancy to today. But God. Ted Bundy was just killing for the love of the game. It's a little different, I would say. So we just want to acknowledge, folks. We want to put out a formal apology at that time. We said we need to all be more like Ted Bundy. What we meant to say was that Ted Kaczynski manifesto, while we disagree with his actions and methodology, his manifesto does bring some relevance today.
A Joffrey translator
is what we meant.
24/7 in my life.
And I fucked up. That was my bad.
I'm the one who
I should have immediately, like I normally do, immediately pounced, laughed at you.
Yeah, but I lulled us into a false sense.
You did. It is your fault.
I lost to this false sense of stupidity. No, I mean a false sense of intelligence where it is, but really we're working in the realm of stupidity.
Yeah,
And I'm still gonna make the point that I was making before.
Yeah, go ahead.
Which is the reason why I'm not pro fucking surveillance state cameras isn't for the obvious rational reasons, the ones you said earlier, but because, bitch, we should have the freedom as humans to go outside and make mistakes and not be on camera in 24/7. That's not me saying we should be able to go outside and commit crimes and not get caught. That's me saying I should be able to bust my ass. I should be able to have a fucking moment on my yard or in the streets. Martin Lawrence should be able to fucking take crack in the 90s and freak out and go butt naked down LA's Boulevard or wherever he was and set himself on fire. And there shouldn't be footage of that. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
We should be allowed to be crazy humans in public and it not be forever recorded in the fucking Akashic records.
It goes back to what we were saying earlier about like, while yes, in schools, like obviously the threat of violence on kids will have a result that achieves this narrow goal of a certain behavioral shift, but at what cost? Like the cost is not worth it to traumatize children, to throw them into the prison system, to create more harm than good. This is the same thing. Like, yes, we could create a network of cameras that will immediately catch anyone the moment they break the law, but that comes with giant social costs that everyone seems to agree is just not fucking worth it.
You're trying to you're sanitizing and manicuring society into this perfect little behaving group of people, and it's just like that's not gonna work. You're not gonna make us all just be the perfect little beings and the perfect little citizens, and like that's how you create people who are in defeat. Just a repressed society who can't act out their just free will, so they're repressed. There's got to be good in public and smile, and that's how you make people who like feet, because now they're doing weird shit in the silence of their house.
Only person I know who's famously in defeat also famously loves saying the N-word, and that's Quentin Tarantino. And is that
I was like, I famously love saying the N-word.
Obviously, I'm not talking about you.
I was like, nigga, I don't like feet, but I do love nigga.
Ashton, as much as you love saying the N-word, unfortunately, you'll never be famous for it.
Yeah.
I know that sucks to hear, but that's another form of white privilege.
Yeah.
White people can get notoriety for just saying one word. Ashton's been saying that word 1,000 times a day for years.
You know, I won't put it all on me. I'll say I gotta know when to say it and know when to use it. Like.
Why does this conversation? Why does this feel so serious? You're like, this feels like a heartfelt. You know, I'll admit it. I'll admit it.
You know, part of it is just like I don't know how to use nigga. Maybe he knows how to use it better. Like he's using it in the movies. I could go and have my
ask
niggas
him to write a script for you
and make it a little bit more my niggas more effective.
Yeah.
Have
you seen the video of Quentin Tarantino? He's on what show is he on? Is it on what's his name? Basically, he's talking to a bunch of black people on a talk show, and he's code switching.
I think I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it.
You got to take notes on that.
And his code switching sounds like Drake's code switching. Sometimes it's just like, oh, this is not good.
Yeah,
this is not.
Drake should be more famous for his hard R's.
Drake is one of the most. When I hear Drake talk black, it's one of the most like condescending. Like when Drake uses like slang. It's so condescending towards black people because he sounds like a white kid. He's like, oh man, fuck that shit, boy. Like and it's on top of the fact that there's so much footage of him just sounding like a Valley white girl.
Yeah,
like naturally, like just like his natural speaking voice is like it's just like a
when he's free.
It's not even like a Valley white.
That's why we need flock cameras recording Drake when he doesn't know that anyone's watching. When he's just at home, that's what we need him for.
Fucking. But let's go on to this.
Well, let me do a beautiful, amazing segue, which is to sum up a main reason why flock cameras are bad is that they are in the hands of police officers. And here is an example, our last story, an example of a police officer.
Brevard County, Florida, via Click Orlando. Brevard Deputy of the Year. Ooh. Quits after egregious misconducts exposed. Damn. Grand opening, grand closing. Brevard County's 2025 Deputy of the Year, Michael Foltz, has resigned from the sheriff's office as the agency was poised to fire him for egregious misconduct records obtained by News 6 reveal. How bad are you?
It's got to be bad because we talk about Brevard County, Florida a lot on this podcast.
For them to, what happened in between the time they gave you Employee of the Year or Cop of the County, whatever the fuck it is, to now egregious.
Yeah, well, we're about to find out.
All right, the Brevard County Sheriff's Office hired Foltz as a probationary deputy in September 2024, a spokesperson said. 7 months later.
So real quick, I just want to preface this. We're now going to learn why he was awarded Cop of the Year.
Which, if you ask me, I'm assuming that's like you choked out 9 black people in a row. That is putting up numbers, brother. Like,
Read it.
7 months later, in April 2025, Foltz fatally shot a suicidal man who charged at him with a knife as the deputy responded to a disturbance at the man's home.
Deputy of the Year. You could not have handled that better. That is an exemplary performance. That man is dead. You want a promotion? You want to have a night with my wife?
You dropped your crown, King. You dropped right next to his asthma pump you thought was a weapon. But the incident prompted the sheriff to honor Foltz as the 2025 Deputy of the Year and award him with the Medal of Valor during the agency's annual award ceremony in March. Dude,
he killed a man in a mental health crisis. That's not good.
That's policing right there. That's good old. That's not that.
And look, I looked into this story, and look, their rationale for it is what you would imagine. You know, the guy had a knife, he charged at him, he killed him. Okay, like, there's a world where you could defend that. I don't want to go into that. That's not what this is about. It's just the fact that, regardless, is that the ideal scenario? Also, is that the thing we should most be rewarding? Killing a guy with a knife.
And it's like, if I'm giving out Cop of the Year, it would go to like the cop who saved the orphanage.
Yes.
Of the multiple lives.
Or saved a suicidal man.
Yeah.
Rather than killing a suicidal man.
Literally, like the only person whose life was in danger, you protected your life. And that's why we're giving you the Medal of Honor. It's like, he didn't even.
Oh, yeah, dude. We're entering Brevard County, Florida.
It's like, you didn't even do nothing for civilians. You. But I will continue. Tonight, we are proud to recognize an individual who, when faced with an immediate and life-threatening crisis, acted with profound courage and professional poise. A video shown during the ceremony stated, Deputy Foltz's decisive actions and extraordinary restraint under extreme pressure undoubtedly saved the life of a frightened mother while also protecting himself from grave harm. I'm trying to understand the extraordinary
restraint. It's so crazy.
He could have killed that mom.
Like at worst, he killed a suicidal man who needed help. But at best, you could go like, whew, could have been worse, right? Yeah. At the very, very best, whew, could have been worse. But it's not like this is the best Brevard County can come up with of like the best example of policing in the county.
Well, all our other cops are currently facing lawsuits right now. We can't speak on their cases, but once they're clear, we might give them. Who knows? But
so this is the situation. This is what they're rewarding. So what could possibly be egregious conduct?
On the same day as the award ceremony, records show Foltz's ex-girlfriend sent an email to sheriff's office detailing numerous allegations against the deputy. The sheriff's office immediately launched an administrative investigation into Foltz. A photograph reportedly taken in 2023 before Foltz was hired as a deputy showed Foltz's mustache shaved in what appeared to be an attempt to mimic Adolf Hitler.
Oh shit.
Holy.
Hitler has entered the chat. Your next fighter,
We gotta
Adolf Hitler.
Replace the photo of his from his Deputy of the Year.
That answers the question. Right? You're like, wait, what could be egregious misconduct?
The Hitler photo.
Hitler
The
stuff.
Hitler photo
All
will do it.
right.
You know, blackface photos won't get it anymore. Hitler photo?
Yeah.
That he upped the ante. That, bro, ain't nothing like getting canceled on the day you win an award. That his ex hated that nigga.
Yeah, dude.
That's like when
That's some Kevin Hart shit, bro. You're supposed to be at the Oscars, dude. Instead,
no, that's what you think. You're not Kevin Hart, wrong black guy. That's Will Smith slapping a nigga the day he
also
won.
that. But remember Kevin Hart? He was hosting. He didn't get to host the Oscars because of his tweets about gay people.
Oh yeah, and everybody boycotted.
Damn, they really are coming after our black celebrities.
Dog,
man.
our
Fucked
kings.
up,
That's
dude.
right. He said all Kevin Hart said was he would, if his son asked for a dollhouse, he would simply beat his son to death with that dollhouse. I can't host the whatever awards. I simply said if my son asked for a Barbie house, I'd beat the life out of her. That's like,
Twitter removes contact. Twitter removes comedic timing and delivery. Trust me, it's a well-structured joke.
Look, man. Y'all don't understand. You just gotta have a kid who asks for a dollhouse. Y'all know can't relate. But Foltz confirmed images provided by his ex-girlfriend showed him putting a gun in her mouth and pointing it at the back of her head while they were having sex. Oh my God. This is your deputy of the
Deputy of the year.
Imagine you. First off, I'm a kink shamer.
You are.
I am. I don't give a fuck. You're weird.
I'm kink neutral. I'll say.
I thought I was kink neutral. I'm open minded, but then niggas be inventing new shit. I'm like, that's weird, nigga. Putting a gun to the back of the lady's head is weird. You don't do that. I don't, and I think that should be part of the interview questions when you're interviewing as a cop. When you're fucking, are you putting guns at the back of girls' head? Yes. All right, man, I can't. That's your psychological.
Well, here's your department-issued weapon. This is a man who's killed someone.
When it comes to psychological profiles, this is a failure of one, and you should not be allowed to. You playing with guns like it's like just willy-nilly.
At the very least, it's just not proper gun safety. I mean, come on. You're supposed to be a professional.
She's like, you got protection.
You gotta use the Hollywood. Use the Hollywood guns. Look, I'm kink neutral, but because Ashton is anti-kink, I'm gonna be pro-kink just so we can have both sides, right? So we can have both sides. And I'll say, I think if you want to do something like that, that's okay if you use a Hollywood. You don't want to have an Alec Baldwin situation on your hands, right? So you want to be safe in what happens behind closed doors of an ordained marriage or of a marriage ordained by God. You know, God could be smiling upon your props in the bedroom. But that is not a prop. That is a real gun.
Well, this just makes me go, cops are using their tactics in bed. Like, I'm really good at choking. If you think the gun is, you see my choke skills.
Yeah.
Illegal.
It's not illegal in here. And I'll say, this you know, it would also be another thing if this gunplay happened in a vacuum. But we have all these, we got Hitler stuff going on. We got him killing a suicidal man. So now the gun stuff is getting put in a negative category because we're sort of we're getting a picture painted here that it's not the most pleasant image I've ever seen in my life.
I'm confused because I can't tell if his girlfriend consented to any of this. If
they said consensual.
Okay, all right. As long as that, okay.
All right. Ashton said, as long as it's consensual, you're coming around on the kink stuff.
Anything is, if you and another adult agree with whatever you fucking want to do, if that consensual is consensual, am I gonna be worried about your life? Sure, be like, that's probably not the best thing. But if you agree with another person to do something,
wow, he's witnessed growth in real time of Ashton.
I still think it's weird and freaky.
All right,
that ain't got nothing to do with it.
Good. But I was scared. I was losing you there for a second, bro.
I'm a man who can hold two two opinions.
You're complex. You're layered.
Yeah, well, you can be freaky and weird and it still be consensual. I don't like it, but
wow, truly contains universes, folks.
But so yeah, she's using it against now. I'm a little weirded out on her because it's like, okay, well, if you had consented to this, why are you trying to use this? The Hitler stash thing, crazy.
Wait, did you skip some?
Did I?
I think you did. Unfortunately, there's other stuff.
Oh my God. How? Where did I?
Okay, I'll read what I think you. Stop me if you did read this. Okay. Fultz admitted to posing for the photo. This is the Hitler photo, but denied being racist and stated the photograph was merely a joke. Records show. Fultz, who is white, also confirmed the authenticity of text messages provided by the ex-girlfriend, showing him repeatedly using the N-word.
Nice.
Deputy Fultz stated he grew up in a foster home with black parents and siblings, and the words became normal to use. So we used the classic white rapper trope. Actually, I got the credentials. Look at this photo of a black person.
I was raised around black people. Why you think I say it so much?
Why you think I dress up in a Hitler costume? I'm from you know I'm from a culture.
That way, Hitler. That was actually Michael Jordan.
I'm doing a Hanes commercial of the GOAT. Hitler mustache. It was a Jordan Hitler mustache.
Hitler? What? No, that's the majority.
See, that's why you're not invited to the cookout like I am. I understand what this mustache signifies.
Whew. Yeah. So wait, where was that? I don't even remember.
Deputy Fultz. Deputy Fultz agreed that as a law enforcement officer, he should not use any words or slurs that are derogatory, even if that is not his intention. Deputy Fultz also denied ever hearing any other Brevard County deputies use the word or make racially motivated jokes. So then we got the stuff about the gun in the bedroom that they do say, the girlfriend does say is consensual. She later realized it was alarming behavior, especially for a deputy sheriff, even though it was completely consensual. Fultz also told investigators the gun used in the sex acts was his personally owned firearm. I'm gonna need you to get to read the rest of this for me, Ashton.
Yeah, I'm still processing her saying, in hindsight, pretty alarming. Yeah, bitch. What? Now that I think about it, weird. This it's like right now watching like with Trump supporters are like, damn. Now that I look at it, I think this guy's tricking me.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, in
you
hindsight,
should not have the same rights that I have. That's crazy.
When he refused to use the fake, ultra-realistic gun that I had purchased for a good amount of money, and instead insisted on a loaded, real firearm.
When I said not the gun tonight, and he said, I got the gun. Who's going to stop me? I should have took that as a sign. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I just the dumbest thing. I'm just getting more into her world as well. I'm seeing the two peas of a pod a little. I'm like, okay, he's a psycho. She's also her own brand of psycho, but I'll continue the
yes,
sheriff.
I need exactly. I need it's funnier for you to read the rest of this for me.
But sheriff's investigators said the weapon resembled the agency's issued handgun assigned to Fultz immediately after the April 2025 fatal shooting. Deputy Fultz admitted to ignoring all firearm safety training that he had received. Investigators wrote.
So it seems like it was his police handgun.
My favorite thing about this nigga is he's so foldable. He's like, hey man, you say nigga? Oh yeah, I said nigga. Damn. You know what? Honestly, I was wrong. Should have never said that.
And he said foster parents. I would love to fact check that because his thing was like, oh no, I grew up with a black family. They're like, did you? Foster care. Adopted, obviously adopted.
Across the street. We
have we fact checked that?
I know they're probably like fucking Persian or something. We're not even black.
Yeah. They're Spanish Irish.
They're Mexican. They just say nigga a lot. The ex-girlfriend also gave sheriff's investigators screenshots from a FaceTime video call showing Fultz in uniform seated in his patrol vehicle, although she claimed the images showed Fultz performing a sex act on himself. Sheriff's investigators said the images were not clear enough to definitively conclude what Fultz was doing. Deputy Fultz denied ever masturbating on duty, a claim that he was only pretending to masturbate while on a video call. Our report said.
And this is this is who's in charge of flock cameras.
You gotta
by the
understand,
way,
the other candidates were way worse. The other 2025 deputies of Brevard County. God damn, dude.
These are the cops who have access to cameras of watching us. The guy who's, quote, performing a sex act on himself.
God. It's such a funny,
while on duty.
That's so many things.
On FaceTime.
So many things to catch. So many flags that should have stopped him. It's so funny how he's responded to everything instead of ignoring, which is why I got to give him only a modicum of credit for, at minimum, you know what it is? He's trying to save face.
Yeah.
He's trying to obviously save face. He's like, nah, I was pretending to jerk off in uniform in my car.
Yeah. He's like, oh, Hitler stuff, that was just a joke. The N-word stuff, my family's black. Oh, performing a sex act on myself? I was just doing a bit. I was doing a joke. It's funny.
Oh, the gun thing, who can't come without a gun? And it's like, dude, you might not should be a cop. Even if you didn't do like the Hitler stuff aside, as much as you could try to aside that.
There's a lot of asides that are necessary to get to where you're trying to get.
So many asides.
Killing a man aside.
Pretending to jerk off is enough to fire you, bruh. That's enough. If I was at my job pretending to jerk off, I'm gone. And I work at a fucking comedy show where it could literally be considered a bit, and I still would be up out of there.
Yeah.
Like, no exaggeration. Insane.
And the pretending, I mean, that's like, it's so funny because he's on video. So it's like the evidence is there. Like, what could you possibly say? And he's just kind of just saying, it's a bit.
It's fun. That's why, because look how I lasted so short. That's obviously a bit. No one would ever.
And, this news, they're being like, it's a news article. So they're just kind of reporting the facts. Okay. Me and Ashton, you could say we qualify as bit experts, as joke experts. Yeah. Show us the video. We will, as the expertise of jokes.
Show Joffrey the video.
We will let you know whether or not this is actually a joke or not.
We'll let you know.
And I may or may not sue for psychological damage afterwards.
Not a bit. Not a bit.
Abort!
Definitively not a bit.
Code red. It won't stop.
My phone's frozen. He's hijacked my phone.
Yeah, after watching the entire video, I've concluded it was not a 19-minute long bit.
Joffrey, why are you blind? I did gouge my eyes.
Joffrey, why are you still watching it? I just need to make sure. I mean, I'm paid to do a job. And I am suing for damages.
Obviously, it's a bit. If he was really coming, he'd have his gun out. Okay, he'd pull his gun out. That's how you know he's really. Okay, guys. Which was a fake gun, by the way. Did he say it was his?
No, it was an actual gun. That's my favorite. He said that it wasn't his police issued gun, but then they said it did look like a police issued gun. That's every excuse that he has is like not even an excuse. I was just pretending. I was just joking. My foster parents are black. It's not the police gun.
Lying, but you're not good at it. And you're not even good at it. You're not even putting any effort. You're just like, nah, this is a bit. It looks like my gun. You're not even gonna try. Yeah. Well,
I still get to keep my reward though, right? Mm-hmm. You can't take that away from me, right?
You can? You can take that. Okay. All right. Well.
I'm gonna kill myself then. Send over your best. Do what you got to do.
Go jerk
I'm a
off
suicidal man
in my squad car.
on FaceTime with a gun.
Wait, you're taking my squad car away? Where am I gonna jerk off now? But free this guy.
Free him. Shout out Brevard County, Florida.
It's my favorite.
Sorry to y'all.
Free him for some reason. He's not in jail. He
No.
doesn't deserve, but free him.
Yeah.
Well, guys, that's the podcast. Hope you guys are.
Join us on our Patreon. $5 a month. A weekly bonus episode.
Wow. If the free one's this good, just imagine the Patreon.
Yeah.